was caught on cell phone video, and of course it sparked national headlines. Tonight, Jonathan Ferrell, Michael Brown, Walter Scott, all names that have become familiar following their deaths at the hands of police officers. Now, each situation different. The outcome for each officer different. Some of the shootings ruled to be justified and others were not.
WBTV anchor Krista Miranda tracked down some officers right here in North Carolina receiving unique training to make the most lethal option the least likely. She's on your side investigating why law enforcers say this program is a game changer.
This self-defense training,
right, look at that, good,
is for law enforcement officers.
There's your power right there.
A certification program developed specifically by martial arts expert John Maynard in Wilmington for cops on the street.
It upsets me. I've seen bad things happen, and I don't want it to happen again.
He calls it OSBD, Offensive Strategic Body Defense. It is intended to make sure an officer doesn't lose his or her weapon and is protected from others at all times. John and his team allowed us into the room.
Look, that behind him.
While training this group from the new Hanover County Sheriff's Office.
A lot more realistic than what they train you in the basic law enforcement academy.
But you shield up and then kick.
It's a higher level of focused techniques.
Real life stuff they teach you here.
It all falls under legal police operating procedure.
Training them to be more confident in God-given skills. So God gave us these hands to keep danger away.
It's aimed at de-escalating a tense situation as quickly as possible, subduing a potentially combative offender.
You don't want that officer to pull a gun or a taser. You want that officer to know how to use their hands in order to protect themselves.
We're working all we can, less than lethal. That's what we're doing all the time, as long as possible.
The goal is to quickly
Got to get behind them. That means move.
get behind a potential offender and, if necessary, get them under control physically.
Here, gas pedal.
So you're not trying to break somebody's arm to get them out of commission.
No.
You're just really trying to calm them down and de-escalate the situation.
Right.
With techniques that allow any officer, male or female, to manage someone larger than them.
Law enforcement officers, my goodness, they're just normal people, and they have fear.
Kick, I just moved 2 seconds.
If they know that they're in good shape, they've got a skill set, and they understand it, that gives them that confidence.
The new Hanover County Sheriff buys into it pretty strongly, making this outside program mandatory for deputies.
When you're in a high-stress situation, you're going to fall back to what comes natural.
And when the most natural thing is the least lethal thing, is that a good thing as well, if the situation warrants it?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Though it doesn't work in every encounter,
Does the situation change then dramatically if someone is coming at an officer with a weapon?
Without question. Yes.
it does add another weapon, one that doesn't have to be on the belt.
It could definitely mean the difference between you going home safe or uninjured, possibly killed.
Gotta go home to the family.
Making each situation, Maynard says, safer for law enforcement, for offenders, and for the public without doing any damage. Kristen Miranda, WBTV, on your side.
Kristen checked with Charlotte Mecklenburg Police about their self-defense training, and a spokesman for CMPD said the department doesn't see a need to contract with outside groups for subject control training. Each recruit receives roughly 70 hours of that training in training school, and depending on the training needs of the department, they may get more after graduation. You can go to WBTV.com to learn more about CMPD's training and this OSBD training.
Well, Aaron Thomas